My beloved child, I welcome you into this moment with open arms, for I see your heart yearning for solace and truth, and I want you to know that I am here, ever close, ready to guide you into the depths of my unfailing love, that you may find comfort in my presence and peace in my promises. I am always by your side, and I will never abandon you, even when the world seems uncertain and the ground beneath you feels shaky, because my faithfulness never wavers and my compassion knows no end. I invite you to lift your eyes beyond your immediate concerns, letting my spirit breathe fresh hope into your soul, so that your faith may rise to new and greater heights. Do not allow doubt to overshadow the certainty of my devotion, for I have called you by name, and I will never cease to watch over you. Embrace these words as an affirmation that your life is precious, your future is secure, and your worth in my sight is beyond measure. Do not fear the darkness that at times envelops your mind or the shadows that threaten your peace, for I am the light that no darkness can overcome, and I illuminate the path before you, so that your steps may be guided by wisdom and your heart safeguarded by grace. I know the unspoken questions that stir within you, the silent tears you shed when no one else is watching. Yet I gather each worry and weigh it with my tenderness, longing to replace your anxiety with assurance. Trust in my constant presence, for you are never alone, enveloped always in the shelter of my love, and I am delighted when you simply rest in the certainty that I am enough. Take courage and hold on to hope, for I stand as your fortress, unwavering in my commitment to your well-being. My dear one, I am reaching out to you now, reminding you that your life is part of a grand design, woven into a tapestry of purpose that transcends any fleeting disappointment or hurdle you face along the way. Though the winds of trial may gust around you, do not let them steal the seeds of faith I have planted deep within your heart. I will nourish and protect those seeds, helping them bloom into a harvest of joy, peace, and resilience, so you may endure every season with unwavering confidence. Keep your gaze upon me, the author and perfecter of your faith, and recognize that I am orchestrating every detail for your ultimate good. You can stand firm, assured of my presence and my promise to see you through. I see the tenderness of your longings, the hopes you harbor for yourself and for those you care about, and it brings me great delight when you entrust those hopes to me, expecting my divine hand to shape them into reality. My love is not distant or reserved for special occasions. It is a daily fountain from which you can drink, receiving nourishment for your soul and a steady reassurance of your worth. Do not underestimate the power of a heart turned toward me in faith, for even a small mustard seed of belief can move mountains and change the landscape of your life. Come before me with confidence, my child, for I receive you gladly and listen intently to every whisper of your heart. Rest in the knowledge that you are deeply loved and eternally cherished. You may sometimes look at your surroundings and wonder where I am in the chaos, or question why certain doors remain closed despite your most earnest prayers. Yet I encourage you to trust beyond what your eyes see or your mind comprehends, for I operate on a higher plane, weaving all circumstances into a pattern of blessing that you may only recognize fully in hindsight. Believe that I have heard every plea you have uttered, and my response is neither delayed nor indifferent. It is perfectly aligned with my good purposes for your life. I am leading you onward, one step at a time, lifting you when you stumble and cheering for you when you succeed. Stand on the solid ground of my loving kindness, and let tomorrow's challenges fade in the certainty of my prevailing care. My child, I understand the weight of your burdens, and I want you to know that you do not have to carry them alone. I invite you to place them into my hands, where they will be tenderly held and faithfully addressed. With each anxious thought that arises, remind yourself that my power extends beyond the boundaries of your worry, and my grace is sufficient to cover every flaw and every fear. Let your heart be drawn into deeper fellowship with me, where my peace envelops your restless soul and my strength fuels your perseverance. You are not an afterthought nor a mere bystander in my kingdom. You are the apple of my eye, the beloved that I cherish. So stand upright and filled with hope, for I am actively working to calm every storm that troubles your heart. Do not dwell on your limitations or let the mistakes of your past imprison you, for my mercy is new each morning, covering every misstep with redeeming love that transforms even the most painful experiences into testimonies of grace. I delight in showing compassion, and my desire is to see you break free from any chain that holds you back from living in the fullness of your divine inheritance. Come closer to me in your weakness and trust that I will be your strength. For I do not judge you harshly, but welcome you with open arms. In me, you will find a steady foundation, an ever-present source of courage, and a guide who charts a path for your victory. Rejoice, my child, for nothing can separate you from the love that I freely pour out upon you. Pause now to absorb the depth of my affection and consider how precious you are in my sight. For I fashioned you with intention, breathed life into your being, and appointed you as a bearer of my light in a world longing for hope. I have not called you to remain in the shallows of complacency, but to rise in faith and venture into new horizons with the certainty that I go before you, clearing obstacles you have not yet encountered. Lift your prayers to me, confident that I treasure them like sweet incense, and wait expectantly for the ways I will reveal my goodness in your life. You are on a journey of transformation, of growing trust and deepening surrender. So take heart and look ahead with fearless anticipation. Indeed, you are never alone, for I am with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. My beloved, your value in my eyes surpasses earthly estimations, for I see beyond any external measure of success or failure and gaze into the precious nature of your soul. You are like a polished gem, reflecting my glory when placed under the light of my love, radiant and priceless. I crafted you with purposeful care, giving you unique gifts, talents, and passions that set you apart from every other being. Know that you are not a mere coincidence or an afterthought, for my plan for your life was woven with meticulous detail. Rejoice in your identity, dear one, for you are sacred in my sight. You may sometimes feel overlooked or undervalued by those around you, but understand that I have never taken my gaze off you, and I treasure you with a zeal that transcends all human affection. Like a shepherd who calls each sheep by name, I recognize your voice in the crowd, and I respond with delight whenever your heart turns toward me. I want you to grasp that your presence brings me pleasure. Your every thought matters to me, and I am aware of the silent prayers you offer when words fail. Embrace this truth, for you are a living testament of my creative masterpiece. I rejoice every time you approach me with your burdens, hopes, and fears, because I delight in communion with you, longing to share in your joys and lift you from your sorrows. You do not need to earn my attention or prove your worth, for I have already pronounced you worthy through the immeasurable sacrifice I made for your redemption. Each time you open your heart to me, even for the simplest request, my heart swells with affection, and my spirit stirs to respond to your faith. Remain confident in my unwavering interest in your life, for nothing you do escapes my careful notice. You are a bearer of my image, reflecting aspects of my nature in your own unique way, which is why I celebrate your individuality and encourage you to discover the depths of who I made you to be. Your quirks, your sense of humor, your thoughtful insights, and even your scars are all woven into the story I am writing through you. Do not allow comparisons to others to dull the vibrant colors of your personality or the specific call I have placed upon you, for I have crafted you to be one of a kind. So stand tall in this assurance, knowing you are a cherished treasure in my kingdom. The dreams in your heart, whether they are large aspirations or gentle wishes, matter to me, and I want you to dream boldly in my presence. As a father loves to see his child explore the world with curiosity, I too yearn to see you stretch your faith, reach for possibilities, and pursue the passions that I have planted within you. Your potential is not limited by what circumstances suggest or by what others might say, for my power can elevate you beyond every boundary. Hence, never stifle your hope or hold back your imagination, because within your spirit lies a treasure trove of possibility that I long to cultivate. My beloved, when life bruises your confidence and you wonder if you have any significant role to play, remember that I have appointed you for greatness in ways that this world might not always recognize. My kingdom operates on different principles than those of society, valuing a humble heart, a servant spirit, and a willingness to reflect my love in every deed. Even the simplest acts of kindness you perform, hidden from public eye, sparkle before my throne as brilliant testaments of faithfulness. Therefore, never doubt that I see the beauty of your soul and the endless worth you carry because of my imprint upon you. I long for you to comprehend the breadth of my love, a love so vast that it surpasses all understanding, reaching into every corner of your being, affirming you in moments when you feel invisible to the world. Your identity is not found in fleeting achievements or the opinions of others, but in the unshakable foundation of my everlasting affection. Wear this truth like a shield against discouragement, for I have called you by name and claimed you as my own. You are my child, wholly loved and eternally valued, precious beyond anything you can conceive, and I will never let you go. At times, you might wrestle with feelings of inadequacy, believing you lack the skills or qualifications necessary to succeed. Yet you must know that I equip those whom I call, and there is nothing impossible for me. If I have placed a vision in your heart, then I will supply every resource and door of opportunity needed to fulfill it, regardless of the obstacles in your path. So do not belittle yourself or underestimate the things I can accomplish through a surrendered life. Each day is a new page, and with me, you will find creative ways to make your God-given potential flourish. You are not a faceless soul in a crowd, but an integral part of my grand design, and I rejoice that you exist. I celebrate your laughter and mourn your sorrows, for your joys and pains echo in my own heart. When you feel unappreciated, I am quick to remind you that my attention is constant, my affirmation unwavering, and my delight in you is boundless. Cling to this knowledge, for it will sustain you when human recognition falls short, and your spirit longs for a deeper sense of belonging. I confirm you, I love you, and I desire your companionship every moment of every day. Allow your heart to soak in the affirmation that my word bestows on you. For in my scriptures, I proclaim that you are chosen, beloved, and precious, ordained for good works that reflect my nature. I behold you through eyes of grace, not condemnation, cherishing you for who you are rather than demanding perfection. In my presence, you will discover new levels of confidence and self-worth, rooted not in pride, but in the certainty that I have fashioned you with purpose. Walk in this truth, dear one, and watch as old doubts fade in the brilliance of my ever-revealing light. My dear child, do you know that I take delight in every inch of your journey? The road you traverse, winding through valleys and ascending peaks, is never walked alone, for I accompany you at each step, celebrating every victory and comforting you in every defeat. I do not regard your failures as reasons to withdraw my love, but opportunities to demonstrate my sustaining grace and power. Keep your heart tuned to my voice, which constantly affirms your worth and assures you of my ongoing guidance, and you will stand in confidence, knowing you never have to question your place in my plan. Yes, you are mine, and I say this with pride, with joy, and with the determination to shape your life into a vibrant reflection of my divine artistry. Let my approval sink deep into your being, overshadowing the criticisms of a world that does not know how wonderfully I have made you. Your life has significance, your gifts have a purpose, and your existence is by no means accidental. Instead, it is orchestrated by my hand, infused with my spirit, and destined to illuminate the sphere in which I have placed you. Rest now in the fullness of these affirmations, for you are securely held in my loving embrace. I see the nights when heaviness engulfs your heart, when sleep seems far away, and your thoughts swirl with concerns for your future, your loved ones, or the responsibilities on your plate. Understand that none of these worries are hidden from me, for my eyes scan the depths of your soul with tender awareness, and I am intimately acquainted with each burden you bear. In the moments when loneliness or fear creeps in, whisper my name and know that my presence fills the very air around you, wrapping you in a blanket of compassion. You do not stand alone in your trials, for I walk with you, comforting and upholding you with my righteous hand. I am aware that discouragement can settle in like a gray cloud, making it hard to see beyond present troubles or to remember the bright horizon of my promises. Doubts may slip in, telling you that your situation is too complicated or that your prayers have gone unanswered. Yet I implore you to hold fast to hope, for I have never stopped listening, never stopped caring, and never withdrawn my intent to bring about a resolution. Even when the winds of adversity blow fiercely, my voice resonates with a gentle reassurance. Do not fear, for I am mighty to save, and I have not abandoned you to the storm. The challenges you face can often feel insurmountable, whether they arise from personal struggles, relational tensions, or setbacks that appear to shatter your dreams. But remember, my child, that no mountain is too great for me to move, and no valley is too deep for me to reach. I am the same God who parted the seas, who tamed the lions, and who led my people through the wilderness into a land of promise. Take heart and recall these truths when you find yourself questioning whether this hardship will ever pass. I specialize in making a way where there seems to be no way. You may be tempted to feel shame over your weaknesses, perceiving them as signs of failure. Yet I see your vulnerabilities through the lens of grace, knowing that in your weakness, my power is made perfect. Offer your frailties to me, and watch how I transform them into strengths, forging a humble resilience in you that can withstand any onslaught. You do not need to hide your hurts from me or muster a facade of unwavering bravery, for I am drawn to the genuine outpouring of your heart. In honesty and trust, you will find the comfort your soul craves, my dear one. I know the unseen battles you wage in your mind, the self-doubt that tries to convince you that you are not enough, or that your life is too tangled for me to unravel. Let me remind you that I am an expert in redemption, turning what seems broken into testimonies of my glory. I delight in rescuing you, not only from outward troubles, but also from the inner turmoil that can spiral into despair. Rest in the certainty that I have the final word, and my word declares victory, restoration, and hope for you. Do not believe the lie that you must endure these challenges alone, or that they serve no purpose except to bring you pain. With me, every struggle can be a stepping stone to deeper faith, every storm a tutorial in trust, and every wound an opportunity for miraculous healing. Lift your perspective above the fray of daily stresses and remember that I am the one who can bring water from a rock and bread from heaven. When you feel depleted and uncertain, turn to me for sustenance, for I am ready to nourish your weary spirit and guide you into serenity. At times you may witness others seeming to advance effortlessly while you feel stuck in place, burdened with trials you never sought or conflicts you cannot escape. Yet I tell you, my child, that your journey is uniquely yours, orchestrated by my hand, and I work all things, even the hardest trials, for your good. The pace you move at is deliberate, allowing you to gather wisdom, learn compassion, and discover the depths of my unfailing presence. Do not compare your path to another's, for I have tailored each life to reveal my glory in distinct ways. Believe that I am forging a precious testimony through you. When your heart breaks under the weight of loss or disappointment, know that I collect every tear you shed, cherishing them as evidence of a tender heart in a fragile world. Sorrow may temporarily cloud your vision, but it cannot extinguish my love, nor can it thwart my plan to restore you in due season. Even in the valley of the shadow, I am there, ready to lift you from despair and lead you beside still waters of renewal. Please do not give up on the goodness of life, for I stand at the threshold of your pain, ready to usher in healing and redemption. I also see the guilt that can arise when you think you ought to be stronger or more resilient. Yet my approach to your pain is never condemnation, but compassion. I am the God who stoops low to bind up the brokenhearted and to set the captives free, and I desire to envelop you in my mercy rather than weigh you down with impossible expectations. Allow me to be your safe place, the haven where shame evaporates, and you rediscover the joy of simply being loved. Release the burdens of unrealistic perfection and embrace the freedom of my tender acceptance. Yes, adversity will come, for this world is fallen and the journey is fraught with obstacles, but do not let that reality overshadow the greater truth that I am your steadfast anchor. Hold on to me, especially when the storm rages, and watch how I keep you from drifting into despair. Lift your eyes above the waves that threaten to consume you, and trust that my hand is outstretched, ready to uphold you. I will not let you sink into hopelessness, for your life is cradled in my everlasting arms. My child, though you may not see it yet, each difficulty you encounter can serve as a door to deeper intimacy with me, a place where your reliance on my presence grows stronger and your faith in my sovereignty flourishes. Seek me in prayer when confusion clouds your mind, and let my spirit fill you with reassurance and clarity. Surrender the questions that haunt you, and allow me to wrap you in a peace that transcends understanding. Over time, you will look back and see how I skillfully wove every struggle into a masterpiece of grace. Through it all, remember that I remain faithful, unchanging in my devotion to you. The fiercest storms cannot erode the covenant of love I have established, nor can the darkest night extinguish the light of my promises. Even when you do not sense my presence, rest assured that I am there, upholding you with my everlasting strength, providing glimpses of hope that ignite your spirit. So take heart, my beloved, for these trials are not the final word. They are chapters in a story that ends in triumph, with your faith refined and your life attesting to my saving power. My dear one, I invite you to rest in the security of my promise. I will protect you with a love that knows no boundary and a power that nothing in heaven or earth can overcome. The battles that threaten to overwhelm you are not yours alone to fight, for I am both your shield and your advocate, standing between you and the forces that seek to harm you. No matter the arrows that fly by day or the terrors that loom in the night, I provide a refuge you can run into, a place fortified by my unshakable might. Take solace in my faithfulness, for I will never abandon you. Yes, I am your strong tower, a fortress where fear loses its grip, and where the storms of life can howl but never shatter the shelter of my care. When anxiety creeps in, reminding you of your vulnerabilities, remember that my watchful eye misses nothing. I am the one who neither slumbers nor sleeps, guarding your steps and lighting your way, ensuring that even if you stumble, you will not be destroyed. I have written my assurance upon your heart, that no matter what comes against you, you can stand firm on the rock of my unwavering protection. My protection extends beyond physical safety, for I shield your spirit from despair, your mind from deception, and your hope from being snuffed out. There is no darkness so intense that my light cannot penetrate, no pit so deep that my arm cannot reach in to pull you out. I am the God who parted the Red Sea and shut the mouths of lions, and that same power is available to you whenever you place your trust in me. Do not give in to thoughts that whisper you are alone, for I surround you, guide you, and lovingly hold you in the hollow of my hand. I also promise to help you in ways you might not expect, orchestrating details that are far beyond your field of vision. My providence weaves together circumstances and encounters, leading you to cross paths with the right people at precisely the right time. Doors will open that you never dreamed could open, and solutions will emerge in ways you never imagined. Trust that my guidance is flawless, my timing impeccable, and my resources limitless. When confusion arises, remember that I am at work behind the scenes, aligning every piece for your good and my glory. Beloved, I do not merely stand by to intervene in moments of crisis. I walk with you daily, equipping you with strength and wisdom to face each challenge. My help is an ever-flowing stream, refreshing your spirit when the desert of discouragement tries to dry you out. When you face decisions that baffle you, come to me, and I will grant discernment. When your energy wanes, lean on my strength, which never diminishes. I find joy in lifting you up, ensuring that you do not have to navigate this journey by your own limited abilities. When setbacks or detours appear, and you find yourself wondering if I have forgotten you, recall the countless times I have rescued my people from the brink of despair. My help may not always arrive in the precise manner or moment you anticipate, but it is never delayed. My methods can surpass human logic, for I am the creator of the heavens and the earth, capable of bending natural laws for the sake of my beloved. Hold on to this assurance. I see you, I hear you, and I will uphold you, working all things together for your ultimate benefit. Sometimes, I help you by stirring a new perspective within you, transforming your attitude rather than the situation itself, enabling you to see hidden blessings or uncover unforeseen strengths. A change of heart can be the miracle you truly need, opening your eyes to my handiwork in the midst of what once seemed like a dead end. Remember that nothing is too small or too big for me, and that I am fully invested in seeing you flourish. Surrender your limitations to me, and watch how I transform them into remarkable testimonies of my grace. Let go of the anxiety that insists you must control every variable, plan every outcome, and solve every puzzle alone, for I assure you that my help is far more competent than human striving. In your quiet moments, pause to sense my presence, to hear my still small voice guiding you toward the next step. I do not demand perfection. I simply desire your willingness to trust me enough to release your tight grip on the reins. Let the weight of your burdens fall away, and see how my supernatural provision manifests when you least expect it. My precious child, I also promise you that my grace will cover every lapse of judgment, every sin, and every misstep that you bring before me with a repentant heart. Fear not the condemnation of your past or the shadows of shame that threaten to pursue you, for my help extends into your very soul, cleansing and renewing you. I am the God who gave his very life to restore a broken world, and I remain just as devoted to mending what is broken in you. Walk in freedom, knowing that my redemptive love shields you from the power of guilt. Understand that the help I provide is not just for your comfort, but to prepare you to become a channel of my blessings to others. As you experience my protection and deliverance, you are equipped to speak life and hope into the hearts of those around you who wander in darkness. Let compassion bloom within you, fueled by the reality that I have come to your aid time and time again. You will find deeper purpose in your trials when you realize that my rescue positions you to rescue others, reflecting my goodness in a world that needs light. Yes, I am ever ready to defend you, to assist you, and to empower you. But I also want you to receive my help with gratitude and humility. Guard your heart against pride or the illusion of self-sufficiency, and remember from whom your blessings flow. When you see the evidence of my intervention, whether in small daily mercies or in stunning breakthroughs, pause and give thanks. For my goodness runs like a river, and gratitude is the channel that keeps it flowing into your life. Live each day in awareness of my sustaining hand, allowing your spirit to rest in my promises. So, rest under the canopy of my all-encompassing protection and move forward with courage, knowing that my help is as near as your next breath. When you call upon me, I answer. When you stumble, I support you. When you are threatened, I shield you. No force can sabotage the destiny I have prepared for you if you remain anchored in my will. Embrace these words as an everlasting covenant, for I will be your refuge in every storm and your guide on every pathway. You are secure in me, my beloved child, now and forevermore. My beloved, I urge you now to come into a deeper fellowship with me through prayer. For prayer is not a ritual meant to impress, but a direct line that connects your heart to mine. Set aside the notion that you must be eloquent or flawless in your approach, for I delight in sincerity above all else. Open your mouth or simply speak from your heart in silence and share your joys, your struggles, your confessions, and your dreams. I am attentive, waiting to hear from you, and there is no petition too small or too impossible for me to consider. When you pray, do so with the confidence that I cherish every word you utter, each phrase a precious offering that I treasure. If you find yourself unsure of what to say, simply rest in my presence and allow my spirit to intercede for you with sighs too deep for words. There is no formula required for genuine intimacy with me. Just let your spirit gravitate toward mine, and you will feel the warmth of my nearness. Through prayer, you invite my power into your circumstances, enabling miracles to blossom from seeds of faith. Remember, you do not need to wait until a crisis looms before seeking my counsel. Let communication with me become the rhythm of your life, a continual dialogue that enriches your daily tasks and decisions. Speak with me as you would a close friend, for I long to be present in your ordinary moments just as much as in your major life events. As your trust in me grows, you will discover a newfound clarity in your mind, a renewed courage in your heart, and a deeper sense of purpose in your steps. Invite me into every corner of your day. Also, trust is not simply an abstract concept, but an active step you take to surrender your doubts and rely on my guidance. When you entrust a situation to me, resist the urge to snatch it back into your own hands out of impatience or fear. Let go of the outcomes that you have envisioned and open yourself to the possibility that my will may unfold differently than you expect. Each time you choose to trust, you strengthen the foundation of your faith, learning to rest in my love rather than struggle against your limitations. I encourage you to take small but meaningful actions that reflect your trust in me, whether that means pursuing a new opportunity, forgiving someone who hurt you, or releasing a worry that has occupied your mind for too long. Do not underestimate how these everyday acts of faithfulness can set the stage for breakthrough. I see each effort you make to align with my ways, and I honor the discipline it takes to navigate life by faith. Keep sowing these seeds of trust, for in due time, you will reap a harvest of joy and transformation. Prayer and trust go hand in hand, for genuine trust arises from a heart intimately connected to mine through open communication. As you pray, I reveal glimpses of my perspective, shifting your focus from earthly limitations to heavenly possibilities. If ever you struggle to believe my promises, voice those doubts in prayer, and let me minister faith to your heart. Do not be afraid of your own questions, for I am big enough to handle them and loving enough to guide you through them. Every prayer you offer builds a deeper well of spiritual strength within you. When worries flare up, remember that I am near, just a whisper away, and I long for you to hand me the keys to your anxieties. In prayer, you can exchange the heaviness of your burdens for the lightness of my presence. Perhaps you carry regrets from the past or uncertainties about the future, yet in my capable hands, those regrets can find forgiveness and those uncertainties can find resolution. Simply come to me with open hands, ready to release what troubles you, and watch as my peace, which surpasses understanding, settles over your soul. Trust also involves trusting my timing, acknowledging that my vantage point extends beyond the immediate moment you inhabit. Rest in the knowledge that I am the Eternal One, orchestrating the rise and fall of circumstances to craft outcomes that serve your best interest. Impatience may try to convince you that I have delayed or forgotten, but wait upon me and see how my clock runs neither too fast nor too slow. In the silence of waiting, I prepare you for what lies ahead, shaping your character and deepening your spiritual roots so that you can bear fruit in every season. My child, do not hesitate to pray even when you think your faith is weak, for a fragile ember can be fanned into a glorious flame in the breath of my Spirit. Come as you are, whether weary, broken, or uncertain. In my presence, you will find courage to face the day and hope to greet tomorrow. I delight in meeting you at whatever stage of faith you bring to me, and I will multiply what you have, turning your mustard seed into a steadfast tree. Keep returning to me, for in consistent prayer and trust, you will discover your life being transformed. Let prayer be your refuge, a place where your spirit can find comfort from the chaos of the world and realign with the truths I have spoken over you. Let trust be your compass, directing your choices away from fear and toward the path of my divine will. As you cultivate these disciplines, you will begin to live each day with a calming assurance that I am active and present in every detail. Strive to remain consistent, for in consistency lies the power to reshape your mind and heart according to my design. Consider prayer and trust as two wings of a bird, working in harmony to lift you above the challenges that attempt to ground you. Without one, your ascent is hindered. With both, you soar toward the abundant life I have promised. Through prayer, you connect your desires to my perfect plan, and through trust, you anchor yourself in the conviction that my plan is good, despite what you see. Let this dynamic partnership carry you to heights of faith, where fear and doubt lose their foothold. So, my beloved, respond to this call by daily pouring out your heart to me and confidently laying your life upon the altar of my love. Whether in a quiet moment before dawn or in a fleeting prayer during a hectic day, your communion with me can become a sanctuary. Let trust shape your decisions, lighten your burdens, and refresh your hope. Remember that I am faithful, and I will neither fail you nor forsake you. Embrace prayer as your lifeline and trust as your anchor, for together they will open wide the door to my miraculous intervention in your life. I want you to envision a future where my faithfulness shines as a brilliant sun, burning away the fog of uncertainty that currently clouds your thoughts. Allow your imagination to stretch beyond the limitations of this moment and glimpse the vistas of possibility I have in store. As a gardener meticulously prepares the soil for an abundant harvest, so I have been preparing your life for fruitfulness and blessing. I see outcomes you have yet to fathom, and I rejoice in the plans I have orchestrated for your good. Keep your head lifted high, beloved, for great things await. Do not fear that the trials you endure now will define the rest of your days, for with me, seasons of difficulty often precede seasons of surpassing grace. Perhaps you have been walking through a desert where hope feels scarce, but I am the one who brings forth streams in the wasteland, revitalizing your spirit and igniting fresh vision. Keep your eyes peeled for signs of new life springing up around you, whether through subtle whispers in your heart or open doors of opportunity. Your story is still unfolding, and I hold the pen, ready to write chapters of redemption. Believe that your future can hold testimonies that inspire countless hearts, for I take delight in displaying my power through those who yield themselves to my leading. When you wonder whether you have the strength for the journey ahead, remember that I am your inexhaustible resource, able to infuse you with energy, creativity, and resilience. The future I have prepared is not a barren land, but a field bursting with promise, and I invite you to move forward with unwavering trust in my unwavering commitment to you. Let hope blossom like a flower in your soul. Remember, my beloved, that even if you stumble, I will be there to pick you up, and even if you fail, my grace will be your buoy, lifting you above every wave of condemnation. I am the architect of your destiny, and nothing can demolish the blueprint I have created on your behalf. Keep your faith anchored in this unshakable truth. I am for you, and I am with you, forging a future that shall testify of my mercy. Resist the notion that the best is behind you, for I am always leading you toward growth and increased blessing. Lift your thoughts above the chatter of doubt and choose to see beyond the immediate obstacles, for faith is the key that unlocks heaven's resources in your life. If you have ever believed yourself too broken or flawed for my plans, remind your heart that I am the God who chose David, the shepherd boy, to be a king, who transformed fishermen into world changers, and who birthed great nations from barren wombs. There is no limitation too great for me to work through, no shortcoming too severe for my grace to overcome. Look forward, trusting that I do new things in unexpected ways. My child, as you fix your gaze on the horizon, envision each day as a fresh canvas on which I paint my love, grace, and provision. Do not allow the disappointments of yesterday to pollute the colors of tomorrow. Rather, bring each disappointment before me, and I will repurpose it into a stroke of brilliance that adds depth and richness to the masterpiece I am creating in you. Nothing is wasted when placed in my hands, so let expectancy grow within you, fueling your spirit to press on with courage. Yes, there may still be battles ahead, but you will not fight them alone. I have assigned angels to guard your path, have filled you with my spirit to empower your steps, and have surrounded you with the fellowship of believers who will uplift you. When you come together in unity, unstoppable forces of faith are unleashed, capable of shifting circumstances in astonishing ways. Embrace the community of faith I have provided, for unity amplifies blessings and fosters resilience when the road appears tough. You are part of a grand tapestry, and my power operates mightily when my children stand together. Let the vision of a bright future shape your present pursuits, for each act of obedience, each decision to trust, and each moment of worship contributes to laying a foundation for days to come. Reflect on the Israelites who carried the Ark of the Covenant through uncharted lands, following a promise that led them to victory. Similarly, I invite you to carry my presence into new territories in your life, stepping beyond comfort zones with the confidence that I have already paved the way. As you do, watch how obstacles crumble, revealing passages into blessings long awaited. Never underestimate the potential hidden within your current challenges, for out of the hardest seasons often arise the greatest miracles. If the walls surrounding you seem impenetrable, recall how the walls of Jericho fell not by human might, but by unwavering obedience to my divine strategy. I may call you to march in faith, to shout my praises in the face of adversity, or to stand still and watch the salvation I bring. Whatever I command, embrace it wholeheartedly, for your cooperation with my plan catalyzes the extraordinary. My beloved, keep a posture of gratitude for the smallest breakthroughs, for each victory builds momentum and fortifies your resolve for larger conquests ahead. A thankful heart draws more of my favor, just as a receptive soil invites more seeds to grow. Let your prayers be seasoned with thanksgiving, recounting how far I have brought you and the wonders I have already performed. In gratitude, you affirm that my goodness does not waver, setting your heart alight with anticipation for even greater blessings. I have orchestrated a future where your impact extends beyond your own life, influencing families, communities, and even nations, should you allow me to shape you fully. Understand that your influence is not measured by worldly metrics of prestige or power, but by the spiritual fruit you bear: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. As you move forward in faith, these virtues will spill over into the lives of others, testifying that you walk with me. Take heart, for I have entrusted a divine legacy into your care, and I will equip you to steward it well. So go forth, my child, with a spirit of expectancy, believing that each day holds fresh mercies and uncharted territories of grace. Let my word be the compass guiding your steps, for it is a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. Though adversity may still arise, you carry within you an overcoming power that draws from my endless reserves. Keep your eyes on the promise of a better tomorrow, for I am the one who ensures that goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. Rejoice, dear one, for your future is as bright as the face of the one who calls you onward. My precious child, as we come to this sacred juncture of reflection, never forget that my love for you endures beyond every obstacle, outlasts every season, and permeates every aspect of your being. I do not withhold my affection based on your performance or achievements, for my devotion is rooted in who I am, and I have chosen you with an everlasting choice. Even when you struggle to believe, even when your faith falters or your mistakes loom large, my heart remains steadfast and unwavering. Receive this truth as the anchor of your identity. You are deeply loved by the one who holds the universe in his hands. I speak blessings over you now. Blessings that transcend material wealth and temporary satisfaction. Blessings that reach into the core of your soul to instill a peace that surpasses understanding. May you walk in health of mind, body, and spirit, protected from harm by my mighty power. May your relationships bloom with harmony and empathy, reflecting the unity that my spirit fosters in all who seek my ways. Let the favor of my presence rest upon your endeavors, and may your testimony shine like a lighthouse, drawing many into the comfort of my saving grace. Embrace these blessings, for they are my promise to you. I proclaim that your household and loved ones shall also partake in the overflow of goodness I have prepared. For I long to encircle each person in your life with my protective arms and to guide them toward wholeness. Where there is division, I sow reconciliation. Where there is chaos, I sow order. Where there is heartbreak, I sow healing. And where there is despair, I sow hope. Stand firm in my word, and do not be afraid to declare my promises over those you care about, for I delight in working miracles that demonstrate my compassion for all my children. As you step forward, clothed in the assurance of my unwavering love, do not let past failures or future uncertainties eclipse the brilliance of the present moment. I have equipped you with everything necessary to thrive. My spirit dwells within you, instructing you in the ways of righteousness, and my angels keep guard over you, warding off dangers seen and unseen. Each breath you draw is an invitation to walk in the liberty purchased by my sacrifice, to rejoice in the forgiveness that washes away every stain of guilt, and to represent my kingdom in the sphere of influence I have given you. Take my peace with you, a peace that operates independently of external circumstances, blossoming like a resilient flower in the midst of adversity. Speak my peace over your anxieties, your decisions, your friendships, and your dreams. This peace is not fleeting or fragile. It is anchored in my unchanging nature, a reliable compass in tumultuous times. Let it guide you into restful nights and purposeful days, reminding you that I have already charted the path ahead. Embrace my peace, and it will strengthen your confidence in my presence, safeguarding your heart from the turbulence of the world. I also impart to you a renewed sense of purpose, for your life is not merely to be survived, but to be lived in the fullness of the calling I have placed within you. There are divine appointments awaiting your obedience, moments engineered by my design to reveal my truth, compassion, and power through you. Stay vigilant and prayerful, for in unexpected encounters, I will use your words, your actions, and even your silence to convey my love to those who wander. You carry my presence wherever you go, and if you remain open, you will see miracles that affirm my sovereignty. In moments of doubt, return to the promises I have whispered to your heart, letting them eclipse the uncertainties that threaten to eclipse your courage. My promises are more reliable than any earthly anchor, grounded in my character, which knows no hint of falsehood or failure. I watch over every word I have spoken, performing it in the fullness of time, so that your faith might not rest on human wisdom, but on divine truth. If your faith wavers, simply ask me to bolster it, and I will respond, for I am a compassionate Father, eager to nurture your spiritual growth. The best is yet to come, dear one, and I invite you to cling to this expectation, because with me, hope never disappoints. Even in the face of trials that challenge your endurance, my grace proves sufficient, turning what was meant for evil into a catalyst for good. Look forward with confidence, fully aware that I am crafting your story into a narrative of redemption, triumph, and profound grace in the tapestry of eternity. Every moment plays a part in revealing my holiness and magnifying my mercy. Trust that I waste nothing, and rejoice that your tomorrows are guarded by my loving plan. You are sealed with my spirit, a mark of belonging that sets you apart as a child of the Most High, privileged to call me Abba, Father. This seal is your guarantee that I will fulfill every covenant, keep every promise, and maintain a relationship with you that not even the powers of darkness can dissolve. Hold your head high, for you carry the dignity of my name and the authority to resist evil, proclaim the good news, and walk in freedom. I have stationed you as a light in the world, shining out in a darkness that cannot overcome you. Know that I am never more than a breath away, intimately invested in your thoughts, your tears, your laughter, and your dreams. My spirit continuously beckons you into deeper waters, where revelation flows and transformation abounds. Whether you are in the heights of celebration or the throes of difficulty, remember that you are cherished by the one who knitted you together in your mother's womb. Let my love define you, strengthening you to face each sunrise with hope and each twilight with gratitude. I am yours and you are mine, now and forever. In closing, I reaffirm that my affection for you is a wellspring that never runs dry, a bond that nothing can sever, and a promise that remains unwavering through every season of life. Rest in this knowledge. You are chosen, beloved, and sustained by my boundless grace. Let these words take root in your heart, refreshing your spirit whenever weariness looms. I bless you, my child, and I proclaim a future bursting with the evidence of my generosity and splendor. There is no limit to what I can do in and through you, for my power is perfected in your willingness to believe. Therefore, go forth in courage, carrying this assurance like a banner of victory that announces your identity as my precious possession. Look to the horizon with anticipation, for each new dawn is an opportunity to witness my faithfulness in action. My eyes are upon you, and my hands are ready to support, shield, and uplift. Lean into my promises and walk in the fullness of my peace, for you are never alone, enveloped at all times in my infinite love. Rejoice, beloved, for my goodness shall follow you, and greater heights of faith and grace beckon you onward. Take these words to heart, my child, and walk forward, certain of my unwavering devotion, for I am near.